we just sat with the 1 a.m. question. When does this come together for me? Let's look at exactly where that question shows up in your week. Your appointment schedule is not your life schedule. I want to say that again because it took me longer than I actually want to admit to live that. My appointment schedule is not my life schedule. There is more that I do, and more importantly, there is more that I am. For a long time, my calendar didn't always reflect that. It reflected my clients, the salon's needs, the gaps to fill to make sure every slot was earning. And I call that running a business. What I was actually doing in those moments was running a very well organized job that I gave myself. Here's what that looks like in real life. I woke up and checked my booking app before I checked in with myself. My first thoughts were built around my clients. An empty gap was a reminder to post on Instagram the available times. Because God forbid I had a moment in my day to do nothing. I didn't design my week. I reacted to it. The difference between a stylist who gave herself a job and a stylist who built a business is not the number of clients. It's not the revenue. It's the sequence of the day. A stylist with a job builds her week around appointments and fits her life into whatever's left. A stylist with a business builds her week around her life and fits her appointments into what she's made available. Same chair, same clients, a completely different relationship to her own time. The schedule doesn't lie. It's the most honest document in the holistic life of a business owner. It shows you exactly what you believe about yourself. Hear me out. What you think your time is worth is reflected. What you think you're allowed to protect is also reflected. When I look at my schedule honestly, I can see when I've filled it with things to do to essentially keep myself busy. The focus shouldn't be on the schedule itself, but what I've assigned my time to. The next level of doing isn't more activity. It's executing with intention for yourself and for your business. Your tasks should reflect the CEO you decided to become, not the stylist who's managing chaos. When I genuinely plug my life in first and build my schedule around that, my business doesn't suffer. My clients don't leave. What actually drops is the weight of feeling like I'm always behind because I'm not reacting anymore. I'm leading. When you give yourself permission to live life through self-leadership, your tasks start to look different because you updated the who that's making the decisions. There's a version of you that manages the business from scarcity, filling gaps, saying yes to everything, afraid to leave a slot open. And there's a version of you that leads the business from clarity. She knows what the week is before it starts. She knows what is priority, and she executes from that place. That second version didn't learn a new system. She just made a decision the first one hadn't made yet. She decided her life was happening now. And once she made that decision, the schedule became a tool she used versus the tool that led her. How would your life look if you walked in that level of leadership now? You didn't build a career to give yourself a job. You built it to build a life. The schedule is where that decision either shows up or it doesn't. But here's what I want you sitting with before we move into the next video. If the schedule is the symptom, what's the cause? That's exactly where we're going next. The video we're about to embark on is the blueprint that wasn't just wrong. It wasn't just for you. See you in the next video.